Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking it out, MTGRocks.com. My name's Alan. Today we got a very special one for you guys today. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of an unboxing and a review. So you may have heard of this company called PinfinityAR. So they have some like really cool like enamel pins that are augmented reality pins, which are super interesting. They are an official partner of Wizards, so they get to use some Magic the Gathering IP to make some of their really cool pins. And they do more than just Magic stuff. They do a whole bunch of different pop culture and nerd reference stuff, so different games and Dungeons and Dragons, things of that sort, right? So today we are going to be taking a look at a couple of products that they had sent over to me to take a look at to review. They did send them over free of charge, just so that you guys know about that. And also, we're going to be talking about later in the video how you guys can get your hands on some of these sweet pins. They have some awesome ones coming up for Kamigawa and things like that. So let's dive into these. All right, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the different products here that Pinfinity had sent to me to take a look at and review. Again, they sent these over to me free of charge, which is super awesome. Thanks to them for that. But what they sent me over here, so we have the different mana symbols as pins. I haven't taken these out of the boxes yet, but and then they also sent me over a Crimson Vow set, pin set here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox them, and then what we're actually also going to do is we can go into the PinfinityAR app, which you can get on the Google Play Store, the App Store on iPhone or iPad, the Apple App Store, and we can record kind of some of the AR effects and things that come with these pins, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's start off with the black mana symbol pin here. Let's go ahead and pop this guy out of the packaging. And as we can see here, so it's got a couple of little pin holder guys on the back, little rubber stops. And it's actually a very nice quality pin. Very cool, very thick, like kind of enamel. Very cool detail. You got the different wording around the edge. It's a little harder, just there we go. Pragmatic, macabre, vampiric, ambitious, devious, ruthless. Very cool. Go ahead and do the red one. Very cool. Spontaneous, chaotic, passionate, destructive, volatile, impulsive. Very neat. Kind of very same thing here. Look at green. I love the green color. It's super vibrant on there. Wise, feral, adaptive, spiritual, strong, instinctive, and natural. Very cool. Let's go blue. Inquisitive, calculating, logical, methodical, level-headed, intellectual. And for white, honorable, lawful, humane, healing, commanding, and protective. So very neat, very cool for these for the 5 color pins. And now let's take a look at the kind of the big one that I'm really excited for is this Crimson Vow pin set. Very nice packaging. Got the official Wizards branding on the back, official Planeswalker symbol, and a really nice hard box with some thick foam padding in there to really keep everything nice and secure. Very cool. Once we open the box, we got Olivia, Crimson Bride, the artwork for that, very nice, and Sorin as well on a little poster card. On the back, there's a QR code if you want to download the app. But again, like I said, you can go to the Google Play Store or the App Store to download the Pinfinity app. So we'll take a look and see what pins we got here. So let's pop the first one out here. So Olivia Libya Crimson Bride. Looks like this is also the alternate art form artwork, the Fang Frame artwork as well. Again, very thick, kind of metal enamel pen, or a pen with, and it's literally just the card. So I'm pretty excited to see exactly what kind of AR effects we're going to get with the card. Let's go to this left one here. Count Dracula. So this is the Sorin the Mirthless Count Dracula card for the that are kind of found in the box toppers and in for the collector boosters and for the set boosters. Very cool there. Again, we'll have to see exactly what kind of AR effects we get with that. And then the last one here looks like it's just a blood chalice. And I'm no idea what exactly that's going to be, but this should be very cool. Again, augmented reality pen. So we will take a look. We'll go ahead now. We'll hop into the PinfinityAR app, and let's see what kind of effects we got. All right, guys, so we're going to actually take a quick look here at the different AR effects of the pins. Now, one thing to note here is that the PinfinityAR app does not allow you to record microphone audio, so I am having to do a little bit of a voiceover. Also, one thing to note here as well, kind of excuse the orientation of it. I did turn my phone a couple of times to try to get a better viewing angle of the pieces here. So let's take a quick peek and let's see what we got here. So first thing that we have is the Sorin art that comes with the box, a little postcard, and it actually augments into a moving picture of Sorin. You got some of the rose petals falling. He moves, his eyes light up, what's really cool. You also can tap on the Magic the Gathering logo in the bottom right. I think that takes you to, maybe like takes you to a website or something. I didn't tap it because I wasn't sure if it was going to continue to record through tapping that. But next thing that we got here is the blue mana symbol. Also a tip screen. Make sure you take these out of the packaging. But so this blue mana symbol that has the wording around it, and you kind of have to get right up on it. Some things have to be fairly visible. I think maybe the wording needs to be pretty visible to the camera. But as we see here, as we pick this thing up, we have the augmented reality on the screen here. Now, one thing that it does do, and you'll see in kind of the future ones and the other ones, is that it will actually adhere itself kind of to the pin. But in this case, we have it kind of up and off of the pin. Now we can tap on it, and it gives us these different options. So we have a couple of different artworks. And at the top, there's also a selfie picture where you can do a selfie for a card. And I believe the blue one is Brainstorm. Next one we have here is white. And the app picks up the pins pretty quickly, as long as you're kind of in the right lighting, in the correct kind of orientation and such for everything. But with white, and it's also nice to use as well the pin, as you can see here, I turned the pin and it corrects its orientation, so it really knows that the pin was kind of actually on its side, which is pretty cool. So tap the graphics for this one, get a very cool kind of sword lion type of deal, very regal, proper. And we have the different arts here, Gideon, and then the white mana symbol art. The white mana symbol arts is really nice. I think all of the colors have different artwork that go along with the colors, which is cool. And I think that those are really sweet for sleeves. But again, very, very cool kind of design with these. And as you can see, kind of it's adhering to the pin. You have different arts for different cards. And we tap on there to unlock the other art. And for this one, we have a Nissa Ravain artwork piece, and then the green mana symbol art, which is very cool. And then lastly here we have red. Oh no, we have black. I'm sorry, we have the black one, which again picks up very quickly, and you gotta really get a full view of kind of how these things look. It's really cool also that they show the Theros Beyond Death land art as well too, kind of in there, as well as kind of the John Avon arts there as well. Liliana, some very cool iconic cards kind of coming out of this pin. And again, it's very, very cool. And everything kind of adheres to the card. You got Grizzlebrand art and the black, the black mana frame, mana symbol art. Very cool. And now we have the red one, I believe, which is going to be Chandra. There's some Chandra art on here, which is cool. As you see here, kind of like it popped off of the AR popped off the pin for a sec, but then as soon as you kind of center the pin back on the frame, it does end up getting back to the pin. It kind of it sticks to the pin again. And then for the artwork here, we have Sarkon and the red mana symbol art, which looks also super sick. Now next, so those are the 5 mana pins. Those are very neat. Kind of in line with these, like for example for Dungeons and Dragons, they have like a D20, which is really cool as well too. So next up we have the Olivia Crimson Bride Fang Frame card here, which again turns into the card. We can actually tap on the little seal at the bottom, the wizard seal on the bottom for more stuff, and you can actually get yourself you can get the artwork for the card as well as a selfie camera for yourself, kind of as the card as well. So very cool. And then again, the art is animated on the frame in the card as well, which is very cool. Next up is the Dracula one, the Sorin the Mirthless Count Dracula card, which again is all animated, and we get to kind of see what that card looks like a little bit more in depth. And then again, we can tap the seal, and as we tap the seal, we see a couple of things pop up. So we get the Sorin background here, it's just a Count Dracula background, and then there is the selfie camera for the card as well. I think that's a pretty common feature for these kinds of cards, for these pins. And then the last one we have here is the Chalice. And as you can see, kind of you get a little glimpse of the background of the you get a background of the promotional poster for Crimson Vow, which actually, as you can see here, brings up basically the whole thing outside of just, I think there were some words or something, the vows that were on the promotional poster, but you get this very cool artwork for the promo poster for Crimson Vow. And I believe that is all that you actually get out of this poster. So that is out of the pin, but that's still very cool, very nice artwork. So what do we think about the pins? Okay, so first things first, they're very cool. Okay, they're very well constructed, I would say, as far as the quality of the artwork and the casting of the pins and just everything that kind of goes into the structural detail and quality is absolutely stellar. The only thing that I personally, and this is no, nothing, and this isn't a negative thing, this is just something I wish that I could have, is that I wish that the pins could lay flat on the table. As you can kind of see this, they have the 2 little nubbins on the back here, and there are 2 spikes just like pins actually are. But I wish that they could kind of lay flat on the table so that, for example, if I wanted to use them as trackers for stored mana in Commander, for example, that's mana in my mana pool. I can very easily stick a dice on top of the pin to kind of notate that I have X amount of mana in my mana pool of a certain color, right? But that's the only thing really for me that I would kind of would want. But otherwise, they look incredible. The PinfinityAR app generally does a pretty good job of picking up on the pins themselves, kind of getting the augmented reality started. I've noticed on occasion there's a couple of like small bits where it can glitch out or freeze a little bit, but that's not a huge deal. You can just restart the app; it'll fix itself. And then the other thing, I guess recording microphone audio, I guess, would take kind of away from the experience of these really cool pins and these augmented reality experiences. So I can understand why they decided to not do that, but I think that overall it's very nice that you're able to save the videos and pictures that you can take. You actually can take like a screenshot of what's on the screen, as well as the video, like this is how I recorded this, and save it to your phone. You can share it to social media. So that's all fine and good, and I think that that's fantastic. I think the app's a really cool Really cool experience and a really good way to kind of really make these pins come to life. Very excited to see what other things are coming up for Pinfinity, what other features that they're looking to bake into these pins. They have kind of this really cool patented technology for these things. So it's very nice, very cool. I will say, so coming up is Crimson, or sorry, not Crimson Vow, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, as well as Champions of Kamigawa as kind of the subscription pin set. And now one thing to note here, so a couple things. You can get the pins themselves and the sets. You can get some of the pins, individual pins, from their website, from Pinfinity's website. And there are some specific ones that you get from there. Now, there are some sets that you can only get through their subscription model, which the way that works is basically for $30, $30 every 2 months or $80 for 6 months. So you'll get one of these pin sets every 2 months. And if you get the $80 one, you are saving $10 on the subscription. Like if you were instead of to go individually, but you'll get one of these these individual limited edition boxes. So the Crimson Vow one you will get from the subscription, and you'll get those every couple of months. Very, very cool way to go. Now, in addition to getting with the subscription model, the Pinfinity Plus, so you get the pins, the three pins. You get the art card, which comes in. So for us was the Soren. You also get 25% off everything at pins.ar. So if you're buying more individual pins, you also get 25% off of that. You get 20% off of Shop Ultra Pro. So they are partnered with Ultra Pro as well. So you can, if you're getting, sleeves or anything of that sort, you get that as well. If they do specific drops, you get 48-hour access to those drops kind of before the rest of the public do. You get access to vaulted pins and things that kind of go away that are no longer available for the general public to buy. You also get access to booster box giveaway entries. So they do giveaways and AR playmat giveaways. Actually, they just did one with Kiki Jiki on it, which is super cool. Which I think they partnered with or in a combo with Ultra Pro to make that happen. So you do get access to some of these giveaways that they do as well. So very, very cool. Again, $29.99 every 2 months for the per individual subscription. $80 for the 6 month or the 3 cycle subscription, which is very cool as well. Now, a couple of things here as well too. In the link in the description, there's a link in the description box down below. That is our MTGRocks affiliate link. If you click on that link, you will be directly supporting MTGRocks when you purchase something through there. You can also use the code MTGRocks20 at checkout to get 20% off of your purchase as well. All of that stuff supporting MTGRocks directly. So if you guys do decide you end up wanting to get one of these sets or some of the pins, then that's much appreciated from our end. And yeah, so check those out. And yeah, I think that's basically it for us. We'll be doing more of these kind of as we get more pins coming out. We will definitely be doing some more reviews and showing off the really cool pins. But let us know down in the comments what you think about these pins. If you are picking any of these up, what ones you're excited for. And yeah, thanks you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next video.